this is what we're here for. Let me get myself set up here. Got a few things to do before I. Oh, what? Alright. Alright. Should be ready. I believe so. Should be good. Alright. Alright. Get myself comfortable. Because we finna be here for a minute. For this one, it's gotta be sitting upwards. There's the man himself, the man of the hour, the man everybody's going to be paying a lot of attention to. Chet Holmgren, buddy, it's on you tonight. It's on you tonight. Ain't nobody else. It's on you tonight. No, it's not I can do this. This is gonna be a nasty game. But let's see how this is ultimately gonna go. Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. No De'Aaron Fox again tonight. That is to be expected. You took game 1 in OKC. You've done your job. You've stolen the home court advantage. Give a little bit of rest to De'Aaron Fox. What's going on, Nighter? Give that rest to De'Aaron Fox. He don't need to force himself on the court tonight. Give him a little rest. You'll see him back in San Antonio for game 3. Hopefully. But legitimately, ain't no reason to try to force things here. But welcome to game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. This is gonna be crazy. This game's gonna be crazy. This matchup's gonna be crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be another good game. Should be another fun one. Should be another crazy one. We are ready to go. It is game 2 of the Western Conference Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder, because the Thunder are hosting this. Spurs won game 1 in double overtime. Thunder, the defending champions, looking to tie this series and make this a 1-1 game heading back to San Antonio. Here we go. Wemby, of course, wins the tip-off. Spurs are going to get the ball here. Game 2 is underway. Castle with the ball, being guarded by J-Dub. Let's see how we're going to start things off here. Castle gets an open look, passes it, get an open look, missed shot, rebound, goes to Hartenstein. Ball gets to Chet, Chet gets to Shea. Shea's going to try to get himself going early on. He passes it to Dort, Lou Dort. Tough shot, and it goes in. Lou Dort Did virtually nothing in game one. He has to get himself going here in game two. um, we ready to watch another game that may come down to the last possession? Yeah, it's going to be another tough game here tonight. Wemby with the ball here, being guarded by Hartenstein. So he's going to drive. He's going to get fouled, and it might be a shooting foul. So ultimately, they're going to end up sending Wemby to the free throw line. It's unfortunate that De'Aaron Fox, oh God, my lights. It's unfortunate that De'Aaron Fox was not able to play today. But again, in a situation like this, you should be fine if you are the if you are the Spurs, because ultimately, you should be able to, hang on and make this competitive. You got a great shot to win. You won game one without De'Aaron Fox. So I would assume, as my green screen goes crazy here, it's always the same story every single time. Might be one of those times. Just call it. Oh my God, really? No. There we go. And now, for some reason, put a lot of pressure on OKC by taking game one. Absolutely. That was the game plan after all. And right now, some reason, everything's acting up. Give me a second. Because 1 minute the game was on. Next minute it's freezing. But game two of the Western Conference Finals. The expectations tonight is that OKC will be able to tie the series. Why are you doing this? Good Lord. Oh my goodness. It's always something. It's always something. Always something on the good matchups, never happening on the bad matchups. But yeah, the expectation tonight is that OKC is going to win this game, knowing what's on the line, knowing that they can't afford to go down 0-2 heading to San Antonio. They've got to win this game. So the expectations is there. They've got to be able to get it done. And I love that I immediately got taken off as soon as I start this. I don't know what's happening. Legitimately, game just gets started and everything shuts down. Hopefully the stream continues to stay up, but everything else is shut down here for me. So give me a second as we are having technical difficulties. Apologies for this, but I can't control these things. Oh my God, every single time. We try to have a good night every single time. There's one thing that's going to stop me from streaming moving forward. It's things like this. Like, legitimately, everything's set up. I came early for a reason, and now all of a sudden, boom, everything is just off. And I don't even know what's going on with my screen here. Everything's taking forever to... Okay, well, let's check something out here. I apologize for this, but I got to check something out here. I don't know what is going on. So give me a second as we're dealing with technical difficulties. I might actually pull up the game on my phone for just a brief second and do some commentary here as we get this whole situation settled. Apologies for this. Nothing I could really do on this one. So you're fine. I don't know what's causing the problem. Yeah, I know it's on. Wasting time. All right. What's going on, Daniels? Appreciate you stopping by as we deal with technical difficulties here. So we get back. Spurs up 8-7. Finally got the technical difficulties fixed. All right, now let's get one last thing fixed up here. Spurs up by 1 as we finally got these technical difficulties fixed. There we go. Now we're back. All right. No. All right, here we go. 8-7 game, 9:25 left to go. Shea looks for his spot and finds it, hits it. Good shot by Shea. 9-8 game. It's going to be a back and forth affair. Shea, 4 points. He's made both the shots he's taken. Nice bully ball here by Harper. Harper gets to the basket, lays it up. What's going on, Josh? Appreciate you stopping by. OKC is 4 for 4. San Antonio's 3 for 5. And a foul is going to be called here on San Antonio. So San Antonio's up 10-9 with 8:59 left to go, but a foul is going to be called here. Well, damn. So the Spurs are going to challenge a call. Yeah. Did you see Brunson's abuse Harden for like 6 straight possessions? I was here yesterday. I was streaming the game yesterday. We saw it on the live stream yesterday. It was disgusting. It's gonna be a battle to the end. Oh yeah, for sure. OKC seems to be a lot more ready to play than last game. It's similar to game one. It just depends on how things go down the stretch. But it is similar to game one. So I actually gotta take a look at something now. Obviously, I'm gonna be doing my thing. Obviously, this is the we got. Oh wait. Oh no, he ain't gonna get that. He ain't gonna get that. He ain't gonna get that. Sliding catch. He ain't get it. That's a base hit right there, and that's a double. So obviously, as this game's going on, I'm also going to be watching the Dodgers Padres game. Shohei Ohtani just hit a home run on the first pitch of the game. This is the finale for the first three matchups. We're going to be facing off against the Padres a little later down the road. But for the first series matchup, best of three, so, Padres won the first game. We won yesterday 5-4. And here we are, game three of this one. And it starts with Ohtani hitting a home run and Freddie just hit a double. But for this game here, San Antonio choosing to challenge a play early on. I'm surprised we're getting an early challenge call here. Still early in the first quarter. You think OKC was a little rusty game one? Yeah. I think it was. You look at it from both sides. OKC was rusty. You saw Shea even early on couldn't find his shot. Lou Dort didn't do anything. There was a little rust, but in the fourth quarter, I don't think there was any rust. They shook off the rust by the fourth quarter, which is why they were able to get back in the game for the most part. But again, it was a back and forth affair for much of the game. So there was definitely some rust, but it did even out. Because on one hand, OKC was dealing with some rust. But on the other hand, the Spurs were missing De'Aaron Fox. So the game was close through and through. And it came down to who can execute better down the stretch in overtime and even in double overtime. And even that in that situation, I don't even know if it was a situation where we could say it came down to execution. Wemby just took over. So, like, Wemby did everything. Offensively, defensively, he just dominated. Nothing you can do there. So, yeah, I think OKC was a little rusty to start game one, but I don't think that affected the fourth quarter because by the fourth quarter, they woke up. Besides, there were some guys that were rusty, but again, the game plan of San Antonio defensively was to make sure they put as much pressure on Shea as possible to trap him, and even at times just force the ball out of his hands and get into someone else's hands. They left Alex Caruso open consistently, and he knocked down 8 threes, and that almost won them the game. So, it depends, it depends. So, the Spurs challenged it because they called a foul on Wemby. They challenged it, won the challenge. It was a foul on Hartenstein, and now he's got 2 fouls early on in this game. Castle gets it to Harper. Harper's going to spin on Chet. Nothing there. It's going to pass it off. Shot is no good. Rebound goes to the Thunder. Here comes J-Dub. J-Dub getting it to Shea. Shea being guarded by Castle. He's going to get a screen. Shea's going to drive on Wemby. He's going to lose the ball, but Hartenstein gets it. Shea gets it back now. Shea being guarded by Castle. They're putting a lot of pressure on him. Now he's trying to do something on Wemby. A lot of pressure there. You got Chet open for three. Shoot it! What are you doing, Chet? Shot clock violation. Chet, dude, Chet, you're 7 foot. What are you? You're 7'2". Shoot it. You were open for three. What are you doing? Good Lord. 10-9 game, Spurs with the ball. I don't know what Chet's doing there. You're open for three. Shoot the ball. Champagne in the game. He's going to drive to the basket, get to the corner for three. They're going to continue to move the ball. Wide open three. No good. OKC gets the ball here. Dog, what are you doing? Here comes J-Dub. J-Dub pulls up, mid-range. It's an air ball. Good defense right there. Might have actually been partially blocked. Good defense by San Antonio. Wemby open for three. He's going to lose the ball. Good defense. SGA gets the rebound. He's going to drive. He's going to get it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein floats it over Wemby and makes the shot. Nice play by Isaiah Hartenstein. Keeping it real, do you agree that this is the best finals matchup since KD, Steph? Yeah, I mean, I said it in game one. Foul on SGA. Castle went for the dunk. He tried to dunk on Shea again, like he did in game one. Foul called, and he's going to the free throw line. I said it in game one. I said in game one that this is the best conference. This is the best matchup since Warriors Rockets in 2018. I said that on what was that? Monday? Yeah, I said that on Monday. That this series is gonna be the best series we've seen since the Rockets Warriors, and I also said that this is just like 2018, where the winner of this matchup is probably going to go on to win the championship. These are the two best teams in basketball, and the winner of this matchup is ultimately going to go beat whoever comes out of the East. Yeah, I said that on Monday. I think it was a bit of both rust and underestimating the starters in Harper and Castle where Fox would normally be. I'm not going to really say too much about them underestimating them. They've faced off against the Spurs throughout the regular season and they've lost damn near every matchup. The Spurs dominated the matchups in the regular season against the Thunder, so I don't think they would come into this matchup in game one at home against a team that's been beating them all year. Shea literally said in an interview in the regular season that the Spurs were a better basketball team than them right now, and they got to get it together. Your best player saying that in the regular season in a series matchup where they're beating you, I don't think they came into game one underestimating it. Even though it's like, okay, De'Aaron Fox is not playing. Still, Harper and Castle were already doing things against these guys in the regular season. I don't think they were really underestimating them. So I don't really want to use that underestimating aspect. I'll use rust, but I don't think they were underestimating a group of individuals they've been facing off against all season. They know what they're capable of. Jay Will hits a three and gives the OKC Thunder the lead once again. They're up 14-12. Here comes Castle. Castle throws it right to J-Dub. J-Dub to Shea. Shea to the basket. Shea gets rejected. Good defense again by the Spurs. San Antonio's defense is great. Now you're going to get an open Keldon Johnson for three. He can't hit it. Castle gets the rebound, puts it up. No good. He gets the rebound again. He goes up, he gets fouled, and he's going to the free throw line. The Spurs are dominating right now, man. These second chance opportunities for them is really helping them in this game. I completely forgot Otani is pitching today. Man, hit a home run in the first inning, and now he gets the pitch out here. All right. That's generational, man. That is that is generational. Going up against Tatis. Please don't give up a homer to Tatis. But yeah. This matchup feels very similar to 2018. Whereas the winner of this matchup is going to ultimately, well, we feel like the winner of this matchup is ultimately going to win out in terms of winning the championship. It just feels like that's what we're going to get from this matchup because these two teams have been the two best teams in basketball this year. So whoever wins this one is going to be, the winner. Is going to ultimately win the championship. Now, of course, we'll see what happens in the Eastern Conference, be it the Knicks or Cavs. You're always going to have an opportunity there. We'll give them a chance, but, both these teams have played well. Castle makes both free throws. It's tied at 14 apiece. 6:13 left to go in the first quarter. Here comes Alex Caruso with the ball. Caruso had the best postseason game, arguably the best game of his career entirely. In that game one, fortunately was, another good play. Castle just strips the ball. Another steal for the Spurs. The defense of the San Antonio Spurs continues to show. Castle, beautiful pass to Cornet, who dunks it. Spurs regain the lead, 16-14. 5:45 left to go here in the first quarter. Jay Will with the ball. This is some really good defense. They can't get no space. Lou Dort looking for something. Lou Dort passes it to the corner. Three, no good. In and out of the basket. Rebound goes to Castle. Castle driving, pulls up for mid-range, and splashes it. 18-14 game, 5:15 left to go in the first quarter. San Antonio looking really good right now. Both teams being highly competitive. You're resting your starters. You got a lot of bench players out here. Another great defensive play, but this time they get the basket to go. Tough shot right there. 18-16. Keldon Johnson with the ball, being bumped. And he's going to drive to the basket. No good. Rebound goes to Jay Will. Great first quarter so far. Yep, it's been highly competitive between both sides. Like what I'm seeing so far. Lou Dort in the corner for three. He puts it in. Lou Dort already having a better start to this game than game one. Gotta like what you're seeing here, man. 19-18 game. Thunder with the 1-point lead. Castle floats the ball up. That's a tough shot. I think he was trying to get the call, but he still puts it in. And the Spurs regain the lead. Stephon Castle with 8 points to start off here in this first quarter. He's looking great right now. OKC gonna drive to the basket. That's a foul. They don't call it. He gets his own rebound, and now they call the foul. What? Oh, they're not. They're gonna call a foul, but they're not gonna say the shot counts. McCain had that in the air. They called a foul in the act of shooting, but they're not going to count the basket because they called it before he got the rebound in the putback. So he's going to the free throw line. The shot will not count. And one situation is not here. First free throw is good. 2019 game here. 3:47 left to go in the first. This is a great first quarter. Both sides looking good to start off here. McCain hits both free throws. We are all tied up at 20. Johnson with the ball. Being guarded by Wallace. Nice. It's going to drive. It's going to spin. Nearly loses the ball. Gets it out to Champagny. Champagny for three. He airballs it. And the Thunder are going to get the ball. And another defensive play by the Spurs. Another steal. Their hands are active here. Johnson for three in the corner. He puts it in. Spurs regain the lead. 23-20 with 3:05 left to go in the first quarter. Timeout OKC. 3 minutes left to go. Again, the Spurs defense. They're so active. So far, I'm liking the limiting of turnovers from Castle. Yeah, they're doing a much better job of managing the ball here. A much better job in protecting the ball for the most part. You're not seeing Castle be reckless with a lot of these passes. They're doing a better job in their actions, and they're doing a hell of a job defensively. they're doing a hell of a job defensively. I mean, my goodness, these guys are out here just getting steal after steal after steal. Their hands are active. They're poking at the ball, getting it away, taking it, creating turnovers. You gotta love what you're seeing. What's going on, Frank? Appreciate you stopping by. We sitting here for game 2 of the Western Conference Finals between the Spurs and the Thunder. Spurs up by 3 right now. OKC called a timeout. But right now, the Spurs defense, man, they're active. Spurs defense is active. Gotta love what you're seeing. Spurs defense is active. That's how and why you call a timeout. I'm not worried about what Cleveland's doing. Cleveland already showed. I tried to give them a chance. Cleveland showed me who they are. They can pretend like it don't matter. They're going to move on. Cleveland already showed us who they are. At the end of the day, they're going to find a way to outchoke the Knicks. So I'm just going to have to live with the reality of the Knicks being in the finals. They're not going to win, but like I just got to deal with the Knicks being in the finals and go from there. If Cleveland showed me anything that would make me believe in them, by all means, I take it. They choked. They massively choked, and there's nothing I can do with that, man. There's literally nothing I can do with that. Boy. Ah, man. Great, great defense being played here. Both sides, again, good defensive teams. But the Spurs, they're very active. That's one of the things that stands out when you watch them. They're very active. The Western Conference Finals to me has always been the real finals, to be honest, and I feel like it's gonna be like that again this season. Well, I mean, you get some years where the Eastern Conference does win the championship. It's been a while. I mean, well, actually, no, Boston. I don't like 2024. 2024 was hard to say that the Western Conference felt like the real finals because Boston was the best team heading into the playoffs in 2024. And we all knew if Boston got to the finals, no matter who came out west, Boston was honestly the only team that might have been able to match up with them well would have been Denver. But Denver lost in game 7. They choked a 20-point lead to Minnesota. And then Dallas beat Minnesota. Dallas was a terrible matchup. That's why it was a very easy finals for the Celtics because they matched up perfectly against those guys. So 2024 was a time where the Celtics honestly looked like the better team. But other than that, 23 West, 22. Nice hit there by Muncie. That's a good double. 22 was the Warriors. 21 Milwaukee. 21, it felt like the East actually low-key felt better than the West in 21, specifically because of the Bucks and the Nets. And that Nets team, if Kevin Durant's foot's not on the line on that game-winning shot, the Nets probably go on to win the championship. So 2021 was another year where the East felt a little bit more competitive than the West. The best team that was in the West was the Phoenix Suns, and Milwaukee was one of the 2 best teams in that conference. That's why they went on to win a championship. 20, Miami, I'm sorry, Lakers. 19 was the Raptors, but the Warriors were hurt. 18 and 17, easily the Warriors. 16, the Cavs won, but you know how that went. Either way, there's been years where it's felt like that, and there's been years where the East has been just as good, if not better. Johnson missed both shots. He keeps fighting for the rebound. Lou Cornette gets it. Cornette gets it and puts it in. 25-20. 4 offensive rebounds here in the first quarter for the Spurs. Oh, another defensive play by the Spurs. They continue to make stops. They continue to get the ball. And that's going to be a turnover here. Now the Thunder have a chance. It's a 2-for-1 action. You lob it. Lob to J-Dub. He puts it in. 25-22. OKC with 4 turnovers. San Antonio with 3 turnovers. San Antonio's been a little bit more active defensively here, but both teams have been playing well defensively and giving themselves opportunity to take advantages on fast breaks. Here we go. Had an open shot there. Harper just could not hit it. Here we go. J-Dub with the ball. He's going to pass it to Wallace. Wallace to Chet. Chet pulls the 3, and he puts it in. Chet Holmgren ties the game. That's what Chet needs to do. Why are you sitting there and being hesitant? Pull the three. Oh, another defensive play, but it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Spurs. And now Wemby's going to come back in with 134 left to go in the first quarter. I need another good game from Harper and Castle. Well, they have to continue to do what they did in game one. They have to continue that level of momentum. But we'll see if they can keep it up. Wemby is back in. 130 left to go. Harper loses the ball, and Chet's got the ball here. Chet's going to wait, get it to Shea. Shea gets it to Wallace in the corner. Wallace for three, puts it in. And the Thunder are going to take the lead, 28-25. A nice little run here to try to end the quarter. Champagnie. You get an open three. That's a terrible, terrible mistake there by the defense of the Thunder. Nobody was on the shooter there. 28-28, left them wide open. Now Shea, they're going to trap him, get it to McCain. McCain pulls up from mid-range, puts it in. Nice shot. You're getting some nice shots here by the Thunder, getting some quality looks here. And now they're going to drive to the basket. A block, but they get the rebound. Champagnie with the ball now. They got a 2-for-1 situation if they want it. Here we go. Harper with the ball. Harper to Champagnie. Champagnie for three. He knocks it down. And the Spurs regain the lead. The Spurs regain the lead 31-30. They got a 2-for-1 situation. And McCain's going to miss the three, but they get the offensive rebound. And now he's going to get bumped. And he's going to go to the free throw line with 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Sorry, not McCain. Mitchell got the rebound. McCain missed the shot. Mitchell got the rebound, and Mitchell's going to get bumped. So A.J. Mitchell got bumped by Keldon Johnson, and Mitchell is going to go to the free throw line for two to try to take the lead here. Like the aggressiveness I've been seeing to end this quarter. This is a nice little run here to end the quarter for the Thunder. It's 31-29 here. Mitchell looking to tie the game at the free throw line. He makes the first free throw. Yeah, it's a great start. It is amazing back and forth right now. Great start. And Mitchell's going to tie the game at 31 all Spurs with 10 seconds left. They have an opportunity to get one last basket. They're going to give it to Wemby. Wemby over Chet. Chet blocks Wemby, but a foul's called. Oh, no, they're going to call offensive foul. They're going to call an offensive foul on Wemby. 4.4 seconds left to go. Thunder with the ball. Another turnover here for San Antonio. 4.4 seconds. OKC can have one last chance here. Try to take the lead before the end of the quarter. 3 seconds here. You get it to Jay Will. Will for three. Can't hit it. And we're going to end the quarter with them being tied. 31 all. After one quarter of play here, we are tied at 31 all. This is what we love to see. Nice, nice game here. Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. We are all tied up after one. Second quarter coming up here. Let's see how things go. What's going on, Jeremiah? Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you stopping by. man, this is competitive as it gets. Yeah, it's a really competitive game. This is what we expect to see. I want 7 games of this. I want 7 games of this. I had San Antonio winning game one, but then I felt they could potentially, fall short because of De'Aaron Fox not being there, but they won on double overtime. Shout out to them. I got the Thunder winning game two and tying this series up, heading back to San Antonio. So I believe the Thunder will find a way to get this done. Top 2 teams for a reason. Yeah, it's what you expect. I expect San Antonio to keep this game competitive and close, but I expect OKC to find a way to close this out in the fourth, tie this series up, and we go back to San Antonio tied 1-1. Oh boy, they're gonna take a look at this. I think his foot was on the plate. That's out. No, his foot was not on the plate. His foot was not on the plate. Kim is safe. We can get a base hit from Mookie here. We can make this a 3-0 game. I'd love 7 games, but I don't want to face that crowd during the game 7 in OKC. I mean, they already faced them in game 1. They already faced that crowd in game 1. And if they find a way to win a game 2 here, I don't think, in this series, I don't think home court advantage is going to play much of a role here. I think both teams are so locked in. I could see, we just saw the Spurs, without De'Aaron Fox, walk into OKC in game 1 and win. I could see the Thunder going into San Antonio and winning too. So in the game 7, it's about who executes more down the stretch. Even if you have home court advantage, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to execute in these moments. Come on, fall down, fall down, fall down. No! We got another run out of this. I am mad. 2-0 here. Otani's coming back up. Feels like we could just break this game open, but again, we know who we're going up against. It's not going to be that easy. However, we are off to a good start here. Can we maintain it? We'll see what Otani does at the bottom of the second. Second quarter starting off here. Thunder do start off with this ball here in the second quarter. We are all tied up at 31 apiece after a great first quarter. So A.J. Mitchell with the ball, bringing up the court, gives it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein gets it to Isaiah Joe. Now it gets it back to Mitchell. Mitchell drives. Mitchell puts up a tough shot. No good. Rebound goes to the Spurs. Caruso steals it. And he gets fouled. He's going to the line. Alex Caruso. Again, I will say this. Alex Caruso may be the best role player we've ever seen. For a guy that can do it both offensively and defensively. He's definitely one of the greatest role players we've ever seen. But in terms of totality, he might be the best role player we've seen. We can make arguments about a lot of other individuals. I'm fine with it. But I think Alex Caruso should be in the conversation for the greatest role player we've ever seen. From what he can do offensively, again, this guy can score on all 3 levels. He can score on all 3 levels, and he's a top defender. And he makes all the small plays. He can guard big men. He can do it all. Like, Alex Caruso as a role player, man, this is a guy that just reminds me of a Manu Ginobili. Like, a guy that can just do it all for you. Caruso makes both free throws and gives the Thunder an early 2-point lead here. Wemby with the ball, being guarded by Hartenstein. Wemby, 7 on the clock. He's going to have to make a decision. He's going to pass it out. 3 seconds on the clock, but a foul is called. No shot there. 3 seconds on the clock, but a foul is called, so it's going to be a side out of bounds here for the Spurs. It's Machado. Yep, it's Machado. All right, Castle with the ball. Ooh, and he's going to drive. He's going to be bumped. Contact there, no foul. Here comes Shea. Shea with the ball, going to back it out to Caruso. Caruso back to Shea. Shea being heavily guarded here. Shea's going to get there, gets to Caruso. Caruso for 3, and he splashes it. Alex Caruso, man. The Lakers losing this guy, just wow, that was such a terrible decision by them. Lakers not retaining this guy is crazy. Letting him go to the Thunder, the Bulls letting that happen is crazy. Thunder right now on a run. Shea gets bumped, and he's going to the free throw line. 36-31. Right now, the Thunder are on a run. Great start for the Thunder in this second quarter. Again, the Thunder have to play desperate here. They cannot afford to go to San Antonio down 0-2. So the Thunder have to play with some desperation. Alex Caruso is just different. That's why he's a two-time champion, man. He does all the small things, offensively and defensively. The guy's going to hit threes. He can hit tough mid-range shots. He can score at the basket. He's a good free throw shooter. He makes great defensive plays. This guy can do it all. As a role player, he does everything you need him to do. That's why he's one of the greatest role players in NBA history, if not the greatest role player. Easy money. Machado, take yourself back to the dugout. Both free throws here made by Shea. SGA 6 points, 4 assists. The Thunder have a 7-point lead. Spurs nearly lost the ball but retain it. Wemby's got the ball now. Wemby, he's going to drive. Wemby puts a shut up off the glass, misses it, get his own rebound, and puts it right back in. 33-38. Shea, driving, puts up the shot. He's fouled again and makes the basket. And one situation here for the Thunder. This is a much better start for Shea than game one. This is what you wanted to see from the MVP. He had to come out here and perform better than whatever he put up in game one. Again, the Spurs have done their job. They stole one of two. The Thunder have to continue to play with this level of intensity. They've got to play desperate. They absolutely have to play desperate. Because if they don't and they lose this game, it's going to be tough to come back from an 0-2 deficit. All right, 41-33 here. Wemby gets another one. Another shot goes for Wemby. 41-35 here. San Antonio's got to calm things down offensively, making a little bit too many mistakes. Shea's now getting comfortable. Shea going to drive on Wemby, and he gets blocked. Shea gets blocked, but they get the rebound. Joe drives. Nice pass to Wallace, but Wallace got to take it out because Wemby being there. Now you get it to Caruso. Caruso's got to take it out because of Wemby. Now he's going to try to drive. He's going to shoot over Wemby and puts it in. Alex Caruso's in his bag. He might be the best player on this team in this series. I mean, he can't miss right now. He's red hot. 7 points for Alex Caruso. He can't miss. Good defense there by Wallace. He steals the ball. You've got an open Caruso, but instead it's going to go to Wallace. No, to Joe, who misses it. Isaiah Joe misses the three. Here comes Castle. Castle on a fast break. Layup good. 43-37. Nice fast break there. For Castle gets the layup. 43-37. The Spurs got to do a better job protecting the ball in this second quarter. They have been a little bit poor with the ball, which has led to turnovers. Shea misses his shot. No foul there. He did fall on the floor, but no foul. Vassell, offensive foul. What? They're going to call blocking foul. Isaiah Joe was not able to get to the spot in time, so it's going to be a blocking foul. So Vassell's going to the free throw line because Joe, he was not in position in time. He was not able to get his feet set. Yep, he wasn't able to get his feet set in time, so it's going to be a blocking foul. If Joe was able to get his feet set in time, that would have been an offensive foul. He was not able to. So Vassell at the free throw line. First free throw is good. And Ohtani's in rare form today. 2 clean innings for Ohtani. Another strikeout here. Dodgers up 2-0. Ohtani has yet to give up a hit. Dodgers have 5 hits and 2 runs. They're starting off well, but again, this is going to be a long game here. Shea getting trapped. You get it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with that floater over Wemby. No good. Rebound goes to Wemby. It's a 4-point game now. Spurs starting to close the gap. 43-39. You get it to Vassell. Vassell. He's going to throw it up to Wemby. Wemby gets trapped. He's going to get it to Castle. Castle. Oh! Stephon Castle just posterized Isaiah Hartenstein. A monster dunk. Castle's got 12. He just ended Isaiah Hartenstein. Oh my God, they got a good three there by Wallace. That was needed. Oh my God, Stephon Castle just caught a body. It's gonna be a jump ball here. Oh, nope, never mind. It was about to be a jump ball, and now it's a full steal. And now here comes SGA with the slam. 48-41. Spurs may want to call a timeout here. And that's what they're going to do. Spurs going to call a timeout. They were able to cut it to 4. They ended up cutting it to 2, but then they give up a 3. They turn the ball over, and then they end up getting a dunk by Shea. Dog, this is everything I need from a playoff game. It's everything you want to see. This is what we were waiting for. Everyone knew this is what we were waiting for in the playoffs. This is exactly what we were waiting for in the playoffs. Stephon Castle just posterized Isaiah Hartenstein. Oh my God, what a poster. But the Thunder not panicking. They got an open 3. Make another defensive play. Get another steal. And you get a slam from SGA. 48-41. Just like that, a 2-point game goes back to a 7-point game. Thunder, again, making the plays. Thunder making the plays. Freddie Freeman up now. Top of the third. All right. That's in. Full count here for the Dodgers. No, full count here for Freddie Freeman. 3-2 pitch. What's Vasquez going to throw here? That's going to be a fair ball. And that's going to be another double for Freddie Freeman. 2 of 2 with 2 doubles. Freddie Freeman continues to cook in this series. Yesterday, Freddie Freeman had 2 home runs. Today, he's got 2 doubles. But yeah, I like what I'm seeing from OKC here. They have to bring the intensity. Even after Hartenstein posterized, even after Stephon Castle posterized Isaiah Hartenstein, the Thunder didn't blink. They went on the fast break, found an open man for 3, splashed it, make another defensive play, get another steal, and then you get a dunk from SGA. The focus right now for the Thunder is winning this game no matter what. Keeping the intensity high. The focus is to keep the intensity high. Match the energy that the Spurs bring, and even don't even match the energy. You got to outpace them. You got to bring even more energy, and they're doing it. Hartenstein got to have a 3-game cancellation after that poster. He's getting a 20-game cancellation from flight. But yeah, he'll be fine. But I really like what I'm seeing from the Thunder. Again, the energy's here. The energy is absolutely here. Energy is here. You got to love what you're seeing from the Thunder. They're just matching everything. They're matching everything. The energy that the Spurs are bringing, they're matching it. But, man, that dunk was filthy. That dunk was filthy by Stephon Castle, man. That was a filthy dunk. All right, here we go. 48-41, 7:32 left to go in the first half. Nice footwork by Harper to get the layup, 48-43. Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper have both been playing well in this series to start off, man. You got to like what you're seeing from them. They got to keep it up. Shea, top basket, gets blocked. Hartenstein gets blocked by Wemby. 2 straight blocks for the Spurs. Champagnie pops the 3. He can't hit it. Rebound goes to Wallace. 48-43, 7 minutes left to go. Wallace gonna get it to Hartenstein. They're trying to run an action here to get it to Shea. There it is. Shea gonna get a screen. Shea gonna get it to a wide open Wallace. And Wallace is short, but the rebound is long, so Wallace gets his own rebound. Joe fakes the 3. Joe gets to the Hartenstein. Hartenstein back to Joe. Joe for the corner 3. In and out. Oh, rebound goes to the Spurs. Vassell with the ball. He's going to drive. Vassell loses it. Another turnover for the Spurs. Here comes Shea with the ball. Shea, he's got space. He's going to step back, pop the mid-range. No good. Rebound goes to the Spurs. And San Antonio coming up the court. Here comes Harper. Harper misses the layup. No good. Good defense by the Thunder. They get the ball here. Isaiah Joe. He's going to drive to the basket. Going to hand it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein, not much he can do there. And they're going to turn the ball over. They're going to turn the ball over here. It's going to be Spurs basketball. Wemby's going to go to the bench. 5 points, 4 rebounds for him right now. He's going to go get a breather. Hartenstein's also going to go to the bench. Vassell pulls up for 3. He's short. Spurs do get the ball back. Champagnie to Castle. Castle deep 3. No good. Rebound goes to Jay Will. It's a 5-point game here. Those weren't quality shots for the Spurs. They were trying to take deep 3s. Did not need to do that. Chet to Jay Will. Jay Will passing it out. Here comes Wallace for 3. He puts it in. 51-43. Thunder continue to move the ball. Great ball movement by them. Spurs. Castle. Pump fakes. Gotta push it out. And now you turn the ball over yet again. Another turnover for the Spurs. The Spurs can't stop turning the ball over. The Thunder continue to protect the ball. 11 turnovers here. Again, the absence of De'Aaron Fox, it hurt them in game 1, but it wasn't enough to kill them, which is why they were able to take the victory. Today, it is hurting them once again. 11 turnovers in the first half. They have got to minimize these turnovers. They're going to shoot. They're going to kill themselves in this game. They have got to stop with the turnovers. Jay Will for 3. He can't hit it. They're playing well defensively. They're getting some good shots, but these turnovers are going to be the end of them in game 2 if they don't stop. Castle. Tough shot off the basket. It's good. Stephon Castle is answering the call here in game 2. Chet got fouled. Are they going to give him the continuation? They're not going to give him the continuation? Nah, the refs got to talk about this. That's an and one. That's an and one by Chet. They're not going to give him the continuation? There we go. They're going to give him the and one. And one by Chet. That is a continuation. That is a continuation. I don't know why they didn't give him the and one early on. So it's going to be a continuation there. And one situation here for Chet Holmgren. Cleveland sports team be holding those first-round draft picks while sports teams in Cleveland exist. I'm not going to worry about Cleveland right now. I don't really care to talk about Cleveland right now. We're watching OKC and San Antonio. Chet makes the three. It is a 9-point game here, the largest lead of the game for the Thunder, 54-45. Castle right now is in his zone. Another shot made by him. He is balling out tonight. They needed this from Castle. He is balling out. Chet turns the ball over. Another good defensive play here by the Spurs. Here comes Castle. Castle in his bag. Castle gets stripped, but it's going to stay with the Spurs. 54-47. .357 left to go here in the first half. He went. Shea's going to come back in the game here. Man, he went. Oh, they get an open three, and it's in and out of the basket. No good. Rebound goes to the Thunder. Shea's going to push the tempo. Shea gets right to his spot, mid-range, and splashes it. If you let Shea get to his spots, it's going to be a long night for you. 56-47. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 13 points, 5 of 10 from the field. This is a great start for him. Better than better than game one. Air balls here for the Spurs. Harper was short on that shot. Thunder up by 9, in control here. Mitchell, he falls. He slips again. Chet with the ball. 3 seconds. He's got to put it up. No good. Rebound goes to Castle. Nice spin move there. Castle. Nice pass to Champagnie. Champagnie back to Castle. Castle gets fouled. Castle gets fouled here. And we're going to call a brief timeout here. 56-47. OKC's fighting for their lives. Don't want the Western Conference Finals to end. The finals is going to be boring because it's going to end in 4. Probably not going to end in 4, but it's not going to be a long series. But yeah, OKC right now playing a much better game than game 1. And the Spurs, they're turning the ball over at the same pace that they did in game 1. Defense tonight has been amazing. I'd prefer if my team didn't have too many turnovers. Yeah, you don't want the turnovers to pile up. San Antonio had 23 turnovers in game 1. They have 12 turnovers here. Is it 12? Let me check that again. It might be 11 turnovers here. Let me check that real quick. Let's see here. Yeah, they got 11 turnovers. Sorry, not 12, 11. So, yeah, the Spurs have 11 turnovers here. And Stephon Castle with 5, man. Again, Stephon Castle is balling out. He's doing his thing. Love what I'm seeing from Castle, but this is where you absolutely need a De'Aaron Fox. Like I said in game 1, you need a De'Aaron Fox because you need someone that's going to handle the ball and is going to prevent those turnovers from happening. Right now, these turnovers are killing the Thunder. Not Thunder, killing the Spurs. It happened in game 1. They were able to overcome it. But you cannot play through it. You can't play a 7-game series turning the ball over so much. You're going to end up losing. Another great inning from Ohtani. 3 down, 0 hits. Shohei Ohtani came to play tonight against the Padres. 0 hits through 3 innings. But yeah. This is These new tanking rules are gonna suck for bottom three teams. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. But yeah, these turnovers are gonna kill them. So far in the game, the Thunder have turned the ball over 11 times, and OKC has turned the ball over five. They've got you've turned the ball over six more times, and you're down by 9. It makes sense. OKC shooting better from the field. They're shooting better from three. They are moving the ball more. Got a lot more assists, turning the ball over less. I mean, right now they're getting outplayed. They're getting outplayed. The Thunder are outplaying the Spurs right now. They've got to get themselves together. I've played NBA Jam. Wemby is back in the game. So is Isaiah Hartenstein. 9-point game here. Spurs with the ball. You got to get Wemby more involved here just before halftime. Wemby fakes the shot, turns the ball over, gets stripped. That's the 12th turnover of the game here for the Spurs. Dort's back in the game as well. Shea, he's in his zone. And right now, SGA makes this an 11-point game here. SGA with 15 points. He's in his zone. Again, the Spurs have got to stop turning the ball over. It's hurting them. Castle to Harper. They're trying to get the ball to Wemby here. But right now, they're doing a great job preventing that. Nice spin move. Harper got fouled. He's going to the line. 2:13 left to go here in the first half. Harper going to the free throw line. But Shea is playing much better tonight than he did in game one. So this is what you needed from Shea. He had to show up here tonight, and that's exactly what he's doing. Harper, first free throw is good. 58-48. Harper makes both free throws, 58-49, 2:13 left to go. Isaiah Hartenstein's actually doing a pretty good job against Wemby because Wemby hasn't had a lot of shots here. Only 3 shots in this game. He's doing his job, but Wemby, I mean, the Spurs are going to have to get him something. Come on, that is definitely a fly out. Yep, that's the first out. Ah, boy. Shea, trying to trap him. You get it to the corner. Chet for 3, gets blocked by Wemby. Wemby blocks Chet. Castle getting harassed. He gets blocked at the rim. Here comes Shea. Shea, he's going to drive. Looking for someone, gets it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein gets blocked by Wemby, but a foul. And that's going to be 2 outs right there. Dioscar, 1 hit, fly out. I got to take a look at this. Let's see. Wemby. That's a block. Yep, that's a block. That's a block by Wemby. That's a block by Wemby. That is a block by Wemby. He got all ball there. That looks like it's a clean block. That does look like a clean block. It depends on how much contact that's there or how much the contact that they feel is there, but that looks like a clean block. I think the Spurs are going to win the challenge. So again, the challenge is here. We'll see how things go. Meanwhile, Dodgers up 2-0. Haesung Kim. All right, those are Three flyouts. Fly out, fly out, fly out. And that's going to be a quick end to this top of the fourth for the Dodgers. Tatis up at the bottom of the fourth. Otani, 3 hitless innings, doing his job. Let's see if he can get rid of this top of the order. That looks like a clean block. That's a block. That's not a foul. That's a block. That looked all block. That looked all ball. That's a block. Tony, I swear to God, bro. Tony, I swear to God, that's a block. He got all ball. That's a block. That's a block, man. That's a block. Uh-huh. That was a clean block by Wemby. Wemby refused to let Chet get anything. It's going to be Spurs basketball. Also, they're gonna have to start calling these because like Hartenstein is holding on to Wemby damn near every possession, and they're not calling a foul. They can't continue to let that happen. 58-49. Spurs with the ball. Wemby pops the three. No good. Rebound goes to Chet. 1:18 left to go in the first half. Spurs down by 9. Here comes Shea. Got to get out of there because of Wemby. Here comes Chet. Chet to Hartenstein. Nice pass by Chet. Hartenstein with the slam. It's back to an 11-point game, 60-49. Spurs have a lot of work to do if they want to get back in this, but they got to at least get something here to end the quarter. You get an open three. You can't make it. Wemby with the rebound. He's going to spin, and he's going to get fouled by Hartenstein. And that's the third foul for Isaiah Hartenstein. He's doing his job. His job is to frustrate Wemby as much as he can. But 3 fouls here. Got to be careful. Wemby at the free throw line with 47 seconds left to go in the first half. Makes the first one. Man, that mound is completely dusted right now. Yeah, he's going to walk Tatis. Second free throw is good. Wemby makes both free throws. It's back to a 9-point game. 40 seconds left here. 2-for-1 situation here. Wemby's got 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks. 2-for-1 situation here if you are the Thunder. And they're going to drive. Over Wemby. That's a tough shot. They're going for the 2-for-1 situation. They get it right there. Mitchell makes the shot. They got the 2-for-1 situation. Got to get it out there. 13 on the shot clock there. Got to get it to Wemby. Harper, tough shot, no good. They get the ball, so they'll get the final possession here. Champagning. Offensive foul gets called, so the 3 is waved off. And they're going to call it on Harrison Barnes. 10 seconds left. Thunder with the ball. Looking to extend this lead. It's an 11-point lead here for the Thunder. Here we go. 10 seconds. Final possession of the quarter. Final possession of the half. Shea with the ball. Spins. Loses the ball. But there's no time left. Good defense right there. Good defense right there. And we are going to go to halftime. Oh, Tani gives up his first hit of the game to Gavin Sheets. Bound to happen. It happens. So, with that being said, after one half of basketball here, the Thunder are up by 11. They are up 62-51. Heading into the second half, Thunder understand the assignment. They got to win game 2. We will see how the Spurs respond in the second half. What adjustments will they make? We will see in the second half. With that being said, it is officially halftime, so that's a foul. So I am going to head out and do some things, and I will be right back for the second half of this game. Thunder up 62-51. Let's see what adjustments the Spurs make. Thunder got to win this game to tie the series. Let's see what happens in the second half. With that being said, I will see you guys in a bit. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Had to handle a couple things, but we are back here for the second half of this game. Victor Wembanyama just hit a three, 12.6 rebounds, 3 blocks. It is a 66-58 game. You got a wide open Wallace. He's going to miss that. OKC starting to miss some threes here. 66-58. And now Hartenstein's going to get another foul. That's his 4th foul here. They're running out of fouls at some point, man. This adjustment has been Hartenstein on Wemby just to frustrate him as much as you can, but now he's got 4 fouls. Four fouls for Hartenstein. That is tough. $66-58. Wemby to the corner. Another 3 for the Spurs, and it's a 5-point game. From 12-5, just like that. Spurs are back in this. Vassell hits the 3, second 3 made of the game. You got Wallace driving. You got a wide open J-Dub for 3. He misses. Spurs get another rebound here. 66-61. Opportunities here. And a layup is up and in for Harper. And the Spurs have gone on a run here to cut this to 3. 66-63. Timeout OKC. Let me look at this. There's contact there between Wemby and Jay Will, and they did not call a foul. Harper, because Jay Will goes down, Harper gets a wide open run to the rim, gets an easy layup, and it's a 3-point game. It's not there it is. Did not realize this. Just got the notification here. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, is out for the rest of this game with the hamstring injury. It seems like his hamstring injury has flared up again, and it's gonna cause him to miss the rest of game 2. Yeah, I don't remember when. There's a report here that from earlier that says that he was in the locker room towards the end of the first half. He went to the locker room with a hamstring situation. Well, he went to the locker room with some sort of situation and didn't return. And now it's official that J-Dub will be out for the rest of this game with a hamstring injury. That is a heavy blow here. He played great in game 1. He was doing some things here in game 2, and again, you're losing one of your 3 best players. That's a tough blow. That's going to put even more pressure on Shea and Chet to deliver here. Shea's doing his job. He's doing his job so far. Chet's made some plays here and there, but it's getting tough. Isaiah Hartenstein has 4 fouls now. He's been fouling Wemby the entire game because he's been grabbing him, but they haven't really been calling that. It's going to be tough down the stretch here. The Spurs have gone on a run to make it close. It's going to be tough down the stretch. I don't know how this is ultimately going to go. But yeah, it's going to get tough, man. It's going to get tough for the Thunder. Now that you're missing J Dub, you're going to need more from Chet, especially offensively. Yeah, it's a second hit given up by Otani. Pace this season. The pace for the Spurs has been 100.7 Thunder, 100.4 in the playoffs, 99.4 for the Spurs, 95.6 for the Thunder. Either way, the pace has been high for both these teams. 66-63 with 8:42 left to go in the third quarter. Wallace out there with the ball, coming down the court. He's going to step it right back because he can't get in the paint with Wemby there. Now you're going to get it to J-Dub. J-Dub gets it. Oh, tough shot. No good. Good defense. Oh, Dort got the rebound. Lou Dort for three. Can't hit it. Rebound goes to Wemby. The Spurs have a chance to tie it here. 66-63. Wemby's going to pop a three and hits. Wemby ties the game at 66 all. Wemby just popped the three. Can't do nothing with that, man. That's tough. The Spurs are on an 11-0 run, but that's going to silence them a little bit. That's going to try to stop the bleeding. Jay Will with the three in the corner, 69-66. Wemby again with the ball. Gonna drive, found the man in the corner. And it's a three from Vassell to tie the game once again. We're going band for band with these threes. Devin Vassell with a nasty three in the corner. Jay Will fakes the three, drives, gets it to Lou Dort. Lou Dort gets it back to Jay Will, and the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Good defense by the Spurs. 10 to shoot. Ten to shoot for the Thunder here. We're all tied up at 69 apiece. Shea is back in the game. So is Caruso. Caruso for three. And Caruso comes back in the game and immediately makes an impact. 72-69. 7:11 to go here in the third. Wemby at the top of the key being guarded by Jay Will. Fakes the three. Drives. Puts up the shot, no good, gets the rebound and just puts it in, just slams it. There's nothing you can do with that guy. My God, 72-71. Shea gets double, gets it to Caruso. Caruso gets it to Jay Will. Jay Will gets it to Lou Dort. Lou Dort drives, nice pass to Caruso, who got blocked by Wemby. Wemby erased the shot and then Lou Dort fouls him. What can you do against this guy, man? My God. What can you do against this guy? My goodness. Wemby again with the defense, man. This is tough. I don't know what you can do against Wemby, man. Wemby's got 10 points in this third quarter. Here comes Harper. Perfect. Castle for three, no good. Yellow. Lovely. I'm going to have to handle that, but we'll see how this is going to go. 72-71 right now. 6:21 left to go. Shea gets the Chet. Chet gets the Caruso. Caruso open for three. Alex Caruso is hitting every single open three. Dude, if Alex Caruso's not play, he's playing like Steph Curry. He looks like the best shooter in the world. He can't miss from three. If Alex Caruso misses shots, man, I swear they're done. That is a tough layup by Vassell. Finds a way to just get it. Tough layup by Vassell, not Vassell. Tough layup by Castle, excuse me. Castle's been hitting a lot of tough layups here. Mitchell with the ball, 5:48 left to go. It's a 2-point lead for the Thunder. Now Shea's got it. Shea gonna shoot it. Tough mid-range, and he splashes it. Shea making tough shots here in the third quarter. 5:30 left to go. Shea with 17 points, 7 of 12 from the field. He's having a good game here. Harper got rejected. Good defense by the Thunder. Here they come down the court. A floater, no good. Not getting that over Wemby. Wemby fights and gets the rebound. Wemby coming down the court. Gets it to Castle. Castle again. Gets stripped. Another turnover here. Good defense once again by the Thunder. Then you've got an open Kane. No good. Rebound once again. Goes back to the Thunder. They get the rebound. Shea spins. Tough shot. No good. Rebound goes to the Spurs. And another foul is called on OKC. It's going to be called on Chet. Another foul here. Loose ball foul with 4:50 left to go in the third. That was a nasty collision there between the two. Harper seems shaken up. Chet also seems shaken up. Harper heading to the locker room. He's shaken up. I think they're also going to take a look at Chet. Timeout here. I will be right back. I got to go do something real quick. Oh, boy. we are back. Wow, it was 77-73. The Thunder hit a three, and now it's a 7-point game. Keldon Johnson missed, gets his own rebound, and then fights and keeps it going, tips it in 80-75. Here comes Chet. Chet was fouled and one. Chet's going to the line for three. Eighty-three 75. 3:45 left to go. Vassell, mid-range, good. Tough shot. 83-77. Thunder and Spurs continue to go back and forth. Oh, boy, that's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Shea, mid-range, good. SGA continues the ball out. 22 points for Shea. Castle tries to get it to Cornet. Another turnover here for the San Antonio Spurs. Shea with the ball again. Shea is cooking. In game two, the MVP has shown up. Here comes Chet. Chet goes to the rim and dunks. 10-point lead. Timeout, San Antonio. You got to get Wemby back out there. 87-77 with 2:56 left to go in the third. You got to get Wemby back out there. The MVP has shown up to play in game two. Thunder up by 10. Oy. OKC needs this game, man. They're playing like a team that is desperate for a win because they understand the moment. This is what this is what a championship level team knows about. Not even championship level. This is what a championship team, not even championship level, because they won. This is what a championship team does. This is what a championship team does. You answer the call. You understand the situation. Going down 0-2, unacceptable. Can't let that happen. 'Thunder up by 10. They got to keep this momentum. They've got to keep this momentum. However, it's kind of tough because, again, every time Wemby goes to the bench, this is when OKC goes on their run. Eighty-seven, 77, 2:50 left to go. Spurs down by 10. Barnes is in. Interesting. Harrison Barnes is in. He goes to the basket and is fouled. He's going to the free throw line. Harrison Barnes at the free throw line. First free throw is good. 2:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Thunder up by 9. And Harrison Barnes makes both free throws. 87-79. Wemby is back out here with 2:35 left to go in the third quarter. Wembanyama is back. A nice lob here to Chet. Alex Caruso lobs the ball to Chet Holmgren just over the reaching arms of Wembanyama. Spurs driving. Spurs corner three. Get it to Wemby. Wemby sees Chet. You know he's about to take that. Corner three for the Spurs. It's good. Nice play by Wemby. 89-82. 2 minutes left to go. Jordan McClellan with 2 threes in this game. Caruso. Whoa. Good pass. They just left Alex Caruso alone, and he just made an easy pass right there. 91-82, 1:43 left to go. Vassell to Champagnie. Champagnie's going to drive. Champagnie finishes with a tough layup. It's good. 91-84. And they're going back and forth right now. 1:30 left to go in the third quarter. Shea with the ball. They're going to double him immediately. He's going to have to pass it out early. You throw it to the corner. Open three for McCain. He can't hit it. Rebound goes to Wembanyama. Wemby coming up the court. Being guarded by Caruso. It's going to get out to Champagnie. Champagnie drives. Layup. No good. But a foul is going to be called on Shea. Yep, they're going to call the foul on Shea. SGA gets called for the foul. Free throws here for Champagnie. First free throw is missed by Champagnie. Misses the first one, makes the second one. 91-85. Another open three. They can't hit it. Spurs get the rebound. 6-point game with a minute left to go in the third. Here comes Vassell. Vassell pops the three and hits. 3-point game. Devin Vassell hitting from three. The Spurs on a 9-2 run with 53 seconds left to go. It's a 3-point game. AJ Mitchell with the ball. Trying to get it to Shea. They're going to have to drive. He loses the ball. Champagnie steals it. Here comes Wembanyama. Wembanyama gets stripped, and then he fouls Shea. Great defense by the Thunder. And then Wembanyama gets called for the foul. Thunder with the ball. 36 seconds left. 3-point game. Shea drives, puts up a shot, and he splashes it. Shea is on the money. He is in MVP form tonight. Thunder get the 2-for-1 opportunity here. 5-point game. It's another turnover. The recklessness of the Spurs. I got to go count these turnovers. I have to go count these turnovers. The Spurs being so reckless with the basketball is what's going to cost them tonight. They can't stop turning the ball over. Another three. It's in. 96-88. 4.7 left to go. 3 seconds. 2. Shot's no good. You should have passed that out. And that's going to end the third quarter. The Thunder go on a run to end this third quarter. They're up 96-88 heading into the fourth. I'm going to take a look at this right now because this is what's costing them the game. The Oklahoma City Thunder have 7 turnovers in this game. The San Antonio Spurs have 17 turnovers. They can't stop turning the ball over. The crazy part about it is OKC shooting 52% from the field and 40% from three. The San Antonio Spurs are shooting 50% from the field and 44% from the three. Both teams are shooting well. Both teams are playing well. The difference in this game is the turnovers. The Spurs have turned the ball over 10 more times than the Thunder. That's why the Thunder are leading. San Antonio, they have to stop turning the ball over. They've got to stop turning the ball over. They've got to stop turning the ball over, man. They've got to stop turning the ball over. this is this is a problem for the Spurs. They can't stop turning the ball over. That's gonna cost them tonight. Heading to the fourth quarter, Thunder up by 8. It's been a good game. It's been a good game. Thunder have been they've been excuse me, it's been a night of coughing. They've been relatively in control of this game. But Spurs have been there. They've consistently cut the lead to one possession. They just haven't been able. They've even tied the game, but they just haven't been able to take over for the most part. So start of the fourth quarter here. 12 minutes left to go in game two. Thunder need to hold on to tie the series and send this back to San Antonio one apiece. So it looks like J Dub may have actually re injured his hamstring. That is absolutely horrible. That is a huge blow to the Thunder, especially in a series like this. You just have to play through it. 96-88, started the fourth quarter. They're playing a lot of Harrison Barnes. Wembanyama to Castle. Castle gets the layup. 6-point game. 96-90. Good pass by Wembanyama. Good finish by Stephon Castle, who's been having a great game tonight as well. Oh, good defense right there. Nearly, they blocked the shot, but the Thunder were able to get it back, and now they get the rebound. Good stop here by the Thunder. Starting off the quarter well. Here comes Castle. Castle gets to the Wembanyama. Wembanyama pops the three. Deep three, but he misses. Rebound goes to Kane. Hartenstein is here. Gets it back to McCain. McCain's going to drive. Nearly loses the ball. Gets it back to Hartenstein. They got to get this to Alex Caruso here. Hartenstein gets trapped. There it is. You get it, Caruso. Caruso gets it back to Kane. Someone's got to take a shot here. Step back three, no good. And here come the Spurs once again. It's a 6-point game. Castle with the ball. Castle, patient, puts it in. Stephon Castle has been amazing today. 96-92. 10:35 left to go in this game. Isaiah Joe loses the ball, gets it back. Get to the Hartenstein, get to the Caruso. Caruso drives, gets it back to Joe. Joe for three. No good. Rebound goes to the Thunder. They fight for the offensive rebound. And now you got another shot for Kane, and he hits it. Second chance points for the Thunder. Second chance points and turnovers. Those two things have been hurting them. A lot of second chance opportunities here for the Thunder and a lot of turnovers for the Spurs. It's been hurting them tonight. Whoa! Hartenstein literally pulled Stephon Castle's hair and was not called for a foul. The refs are acting blind to everything Hartenstein does. This is ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. Actually, I think they did call a foul on that one. They might actually call a foul on that one. What's up, Britt? What's going on? What's going on, John? Appreciate you stopping by. Another turnover here by the Spurs. McCain gets blocked. Good defense by the Spurs. Here comes Wemby. Wemby gonna drive. Gonna put up the layup. No good. Gets his own rebound and just puts it back in. I mean, what can you do against that, man? What can you do against that? 94-99. Nothing you can do when Wemby's able to just get put back shots. Wembanyama with 19 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Hartenstein floats it over Wemby. No good. Spurs get the ball here. Down by 5. Castle spins, gets it to the corner. Corner 3, it's good. It's a 2-point game. Timeout OKC. Harrison Barnes hits the 3. 97-99 with 9:05 left to go. Every time OKC feels like they got a chance to take command of the game, the Spurs come back. But the Thunder have been able to respond to every run the Spurs have been putting up. So let's see how this ultimately goes. Mookie Betts gets a... Oh, okay, I thought that was a home run. It's going to be a double. Damn, just barely missed. All right, double for Mookie Betts. I thought he got another home run. It just barely missed. Just barely missed. Looked like it'd be a home run. Instead, it was a double. Nothing I can do about that. I really thought Mookie got a home run there. Just short. Just short for Mookie Betts. That's going to be a double. When are the Spurs going to stop playing like jackasses and quit turning the ball over? Again, they did this in game 1. John, they turned the ball over 23 times in game 1 and still won the game. The reason for all these turnovers is because they don't have their primary ball handler that controls the pace. They're missing De'Aaron Fox. That's why you have all these turnovers. They're missing De'Aaron Fox. Matter of fact, taking a look at it, in game 1, Stephon Castle, by the way, Stephon Castle's been playing great today. In game 1, Stephon Castle had 11 turnovers. In game 2, Stephon Castle had 7 turnovers. The Spurs have 18 turnovers. 7 of those 18 turnovers go to Castle because he's the primary ball handler because they don't have De'Aaron Fox. Since they don't have De'Aaron Fox right now, Castle's the primary ball handler, and he's been turning the ball over at such a high rate. He turned the ball over in 11 games. He turned the ball over 11 times in game 1. The Spurs turned the ball over 23 times in game 1 and still won. So in terms of the aspect of when are they going to stop turning the ball over, that's a tough call, man. When are they going to stop turning the ball over? When they get De'Aaron Fox back. He got him. Mookie went for third, missed it. So he's out. That's 2 outs here. And that's a toughie. Mookie nearly had a home run there, too. But despite the turnovers, the Spurs continue to stay in the game. If they could cut down the turnovers, it's an argument they'd be dominating this game.